Hello friends and welcome to my channel. I'm Lydia, the Halfling Seamstress. So I had good intentions of putting out an entirely different video this week with 2 projects in one, a little bit of swooshy swords, fantasy homages and the like, but life kind of got in the way of my sewing and I didn't want to rush through projects and editing and make myself super duper stressed. And as I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace at 11 o'clock at night, a very fortuitous thing happened. I bought a thing. I bought a shiny thing. Want to take a look inside? So, in case you couldn't tell by the title of this video, this is a 1916 hand-crank Singer sewing machine, and y'all, she is freaking gorgeous! I cannot get over what a beautiful machine she is, and what exquisite condition she's in. The base of the machine is also in pretty good condition. It was a little bit wobbly, and when I peeked underneath, I could see that once upon a time she did have some kind of pad in each corner that has long since worn away. I did something that felt ever so slightly sacrilegious and added some felt pads to the bottom to keep her from rocking and also to avoid scratching my desk every time I wanted to sew. She is also heavy. Like, you can tell these things were built to last. I haven't weighed her, but I had read online that they were around 30 pounds, and I can believe it. But she's also solid metal and wood. There is no plastic anywhere to be found, unlike my modern brother machine, which is mostly plastic. All the metal pieces are in such good condition. There is a little bit of dust buildup, which is to be expected, but there's zero oil buildup that I can see, which can be a thing in these old machines. There is no visible rust anywhere on this beauty. And compared to some of the pieces I've seen on Marketplace that have just been brown all over, she is stunning. I had looked at a lot of different antique sewing machines online, and the idea of having one was always really cool, but also a bit intimidating since it is quite different from modern machines. So I was so delighted that this one came with a photocopy of the manual that was sent to the original owner from Singer in 1988. I also have the Singer rep's declaration that the machine looks to be in really good condition. I definitely still came on YouTube and looked at tutorials on my model, which boosted my confidence significantly. Having the model is 10 out of 10. But there's something even better about watching someone go through all the steps that is super helpful. Now, there was one piece that I was really hoping it had, but couldn't find out the answer before I went to pick it up. The bobbin. I had to wait until I picked it up to find out, and it does. I did a happy hoppy dance when I opened it up and found that it had the shuttle bobbin and the spool. And look, the bobbin release button works too. This is a very different bobbin and spool from modern versions, and it winds differently. So let's see if we can give it a try. So now we have a wound bobbin and a threaded machine. One common recommendation I have seen is practice with scraps of fabric until you get comfortable before sewing a project. So that's what I'm going to try now. I have some scrap cabbage lying around, so let's see how she sews. There was a little bit of issues with the tension at first, but a tiny gentle turn to the bobbin screw and a little turn of the tension spring had it stitching perfectly in no time. So far, so good. She works, she is fantastic, she is definitely a learning curve, although the actual sewing part was not as much of a learning curve as I thought it would be at first, much like driving on the left side of the road. Anyway, I am so excited to get to use this beauty in future plans. I do have some Edwardian projects in my mind for down the road, and it's going to be such an incredible learning experience recreating garments from over 100 years ago on a sewing machine from over 100 years ago. I am absolutely delighted to be the new curator of this darling machine. I love it so dearly. It will be making many more appearances on this channel in the future, and until then, I wish you good sewing, my friends.